preparing to design an executive program at IE Business School, we have a number of principles that we apply across the spectrum of our design activities. That would include customized in-company programs, open enrollment programs, as well as our senior management programs. And one of the starting points for us in the design process is to think about what the learning agenda needs to be for executives. And we approach that from three specific points. First of all, we're interested in identifying what the intellectual agenda needs to be for this executive group. And in that area, we're focused on what leaders need to know. The second agenda that we focus on is what we call the emotional agenda. And this is our attempt to address the issues in which need to be part of the executive's belief system. So what do the executives need to believe about what it is they do on a daily basis in order to inform and empower their actions? And of course, the third category is what we call behavioral agenda. And this is very specifically addressing and creating opportunities for executives to practice with and experiment new behaviors as a way to make their new knowledge and their belief systems actionable. Now, these three learning agendas are embedded in a wider concept, which is widely known based on some research done on how leaders learn. And there's really three principal areas where leaders learn. The first area leaders learn is in an executive classroom like the ones we create here at IE Business School. And in the classroom, this is the opportunity for us to design and impart on a very specific learning agenda, just as I spoke about. But there are two other really critical learning contexts for executives. The first one is related to their interaction with other people, peers, direct supervisors, and subordinates, in which you learn by sharing information and experiences with others. So this is commonly referred to as a coaching scenario, in which an executive would be working with a peer to exchange insights and information and experiences. And of course, this exchange is a critical component of learning. The third context, and it's often the one that's most overlooked, but the overwhelming majority of executive learning takes place on the job. And that means that executives often learn what they know, what they do, and what they believe through the work that they carry out day by day. And so part of our responsibility in designing executive education interventions is to design with those three learning contexts in mind, so that we can create opportunities for the executives to carry things beyond the classroom into peer coaching situations or into learning on the job situations. And so by doing so, we're able to capture the entire learning system, which includes those three components: learning in the classroom, learning through coaching and peer exchange, and learning by doing. Now, there's a number of ways for us to capture that dimension when we're in the classroom component of the learning domain. We focus first in the classroom on the individual preparation, which is the opportunity for executives to prepare materials and prepare their own point of view about the context and the content of the discussion that will take place in the learning intervention. The second thing we create is small group work, in which they have an opportunity to exchange and refine their views with others in the program, and formulate, if you will, a more holistic understanding of the theme or the topic that they're addressing that day. We then bring those two steps into the classroom, in which there's a larger plenary discussion guided by a faculty subject matter expert, in which the other two building blocks now become part of a wider group conversation. And then the final step that we design into our executive education interventions is that opportunity to reflect at the end of that day on what's taken place, what it means, and how they can take that insight and put it to work back on the job in subsequent activities. So if I can summarize for you, we focus on three learning agendas: what you need to know, what you need to be able to do, and what you need to be able to believe. We focus on three learning contexts, which is the classroom itself, the peer moments when you can learn from others, and learning on the job. And we construct four distinct opportunities for learning in the classroom, beginning with individual preparation, group discussion, larger plenary discussion, and finally executive reflection on the meaning of the experience of the day.